honestly, those vanguards are a really good case scenario for us, because they don't get any value out of this live game, which means that we are kind of fine with it. We can play, man, we are getting there. All right, let's go for this guy. I could also go for Vestige. Not sure if that was better. No sense thinking about it, because this one happened already and we'll draw some cards. Alright, I really hoped for more than one creature. We have plenty of creatures in this deck, but we'll take a free card, you know? It's still a 4/4 that gives us free card, and now we can keep doing it forever. By the way, the cool interaction here. You might not see it at the first sight, and this was like last edition, last idea I had about the deck, because Split Up works perfectly if your creatures are tapped or untapped, depending on the situation. And with stations, you can either have them untapped, because you start the turn with untapped, or you can tap them if we want at basically, you know, like speed that you need. So this actually works perfectly. So they still have the Vanguard. We can take all the rest. And I'll be honest, I think this is good enough. So we get rid of the tapped creatures. I tell you, this is working so cool, man. I'm so happy with this deck so far. So we will tap it, of course. I mean, we might as well. Now after Split Up, and because we are not playing anything on this turn, we can go starting down. And we don't attack with this guy. This might get a pump. Yeah, I think we chill. I think that's okay. And here we go with more creatures. Alright. You know, we're doing one extra creature a turn, but this is good enough. And soon we'll be able to play the big stuff. Yeah, they have some creatures, but we actually do not care too much. And I will honestly trade. It's a good deal for us. If we deny the life gain and all of this stuff, we should be ahead very quickly. How do we do it? I think we played this guy, because we can go for Vestige. We can warp it. That's also an idea for the deck. Now we can station. We're close. We get 12! That's enough. So on the next turn we can use the mana from it. Yeah, let's go. We can attack, but I honestly think we just tap it for the station. Did I count wrong? How did I count it? Oh, 7 plus 4. I guess I played way too much mono red in my life. Alright, so we can put a permanent. We'll definitely do so. And this is nice. This is also a ramp spell. I actually didn't think about it. Like, you can just ramp with this, because land is of course permanent, and the mana value is 0, so it's always less than lands you have. So they are starting to go strong with the channeler, but we are also starting to get strong. And we can already activate the station on this turn, which gives us tons, absolute tons of mana. We have 7 lands. So what's the value from this one? That we can get the station going, and if they kill the Tyrant, you know, this one will be better on the next turn. Alright, we'll go with this. The station will be useful later, because now we have 2 creatures, we life gain, we have a lot of stuff, and we chill. And now, finally multiple hits. When we play Vestige, this is a huge creature that enters the board, so we will life gain, we'll draw cards, it will leave the board, so we can get some on Knight of Rounds. So this is probably the last turn when our opponent is even remotely close to our power levels. We will life gain to 30, we will dominate the board with insane creatures, and they will get 1 card and they will scoop. I predict the future here, and they don't realize how much power our deck has. Like, look at this. If we play those cards, we'll probably have like 100 in stats. And probably a ton of lands. So they are going kind of strong on this turn. But they can only trade, which is really good. Do we go for it, or we just kill the queen? With this we get better value. They don't have cards. So I honestly think this is the best. We want to lose the Tyrant, and it's an artifact, so I had some... Oh, we can copy it with this one, right? Because it can copy a target. Yeah, it's a targeted artifact we control. It will be legendary. Yeah, this is such a fun interaction. We use it, of course, just to tap, but sometimes we can just use it for the cool stuff. So, this is a big turn. I think we go Elves first. Now, we have 3 creatures, so we can get this. So we pay 2 mana and we get 3. which means we can just start with this. 1. We actually need to pay the right mana. We won't be using this one. Yeah, this is good enough. So we played this guy. For 4 mana, we get ridiculous amount of value from this. The creature is in the board, so now we can get even more of this. We add mana for each creature. Do we have elves? Yep, but they're tapped. So we go for this. Now we have 4 mana. We can play another one of those. This is insane. I tell you, our life total will absolutely thank us after this turn. And we can use this to get the station going, because of course they cannot attack. And now we can even get this one going. So on the next turns it will be even better than this. And now we need to make a decision. Do we attack? We get cards with this one. If we swing, we lose at least one of them. So I honestly think we are fine. We will just get this guy with station so we can draw more cards. I don't believe they can kill us, and we'll get so much stuff at the end step that it will blow your mind. See, those are the hits I expected early game, but now, honestly, we don't even need it. So let's start getting our Priestman. We will get through that. Like, we will do so... Can you see the potential in this deck? Let's go for this... No, this will actually mill us. Let's just go with Knights of Rounds, because it doesn't require us to, you know, sacrifice, what, 10 lands or something? Yep, another. I wonder how our opponent will go through this board. And we can discard, or we have to discard 3 cards. 1, 2, we don't need mana anymore. And even elves, I guess. Was that a pretty impressive turn? I think it was. Oh, that's a cute ley line you've got there. Oh, this is 10 damage. Honestly, quite a lot, but I'm not sure if that will be enough. We can of course just keep doing this forever and gaining more and more life, and our opponent will probably not outvalue this. We can also get all of this mana back. So what we will do is station. Bro, you see how much mana we get from this? We can play the whole hand. We have what, 70 mana? No way, man. Absolutely no way. So first we start with the Tyrant, because this will give us the most life gain, so this 10 damage a turn actually doesn't matter even. And we are going strong, man. Kona. All of this from the mana in the pool, so we will also get another 20 something mana, and we are literally just getting started. This is nice, but now we can just go for another one. I'll be honest, I'm just life gaining at this point, because we kill them on the next turn with all the Knights of Rounds, so they just don't have enough time. This is so funny. Oh, this deck is working so much better than I hoped for even. We could also play this, but this actually might mill us, so we don't need it at this point. So we swing probably, right? We can, I guess, play another one. Because why wouldn't we? Yeah, we got like 20 mana from this land. So let's go for this one. I guess I don't need to sacrifice all the lands, so I will just go for a few. We will sacrifice... I mean, those lands are so good. I don't think we need this station, so we'll just go for this. Let's go for 2. I think that's completely enough. Yep. And now we cannot die to the damage because we have way too much life gain. So honestly, our opponent's game plan is all about trying to get milled, trying to mill us, because they cannot kill us anymore. So I think this is the moment to, you know, go for good old full swing. I'm just so excited that the words are just not coming through. Oh man, this is a pretty solid attack. We also have like 13 blockers for the next turn, and by the way, we are getting what? We are getting 9 free creatures a turn. For basically until end of the game. Yeah, I think our opponent is seeing the writing on the wall, like they're not winning this game. Oh, I love this. This is like the essence of playing like mono green. And Celestia was the best match because I was considering going Zultai and Golgari, and this one just feels the best, you know? But we might try the other versions. Tell me in the comments if you want. And this is how you absolutely dominate the second best deck in the format. Good enough. We can go for the combo. And we are doing the Tyrant? Okay, guys. It just turned from the absolutely abysmal hand to potentially like one of the most devastating wins. I really hope they tap this mana, because Counterspell is the only way they can defend, and it really feels like they have it. Oh, it really feels they have it, huh? And I need to do it now. I cannot even check the priority, because this needs to be in the board for the second main phase already. So I play it, and they will nearly for sure counter it. And then we need to play the whole game without our main game plan. We could also play this, which gets Kona, but then we don't have a moment to tap, which is a problem. I could get this guy maybe. This one is a pretty good bait. Man, if they don't have a counter spell, this will win the game. Alright, I'm going for it, guys. I think they have a counter spell. Let's go. Unless they don't. Alright. Okay. Man, if they don't have it, this can be an instant win. Oh, they have me into the Flood Maw. What? Alright, this is a weird one. I was looking at this card. This card is kinda nice. We might be trying it. It actually has some potential. Like, fact that you get a free creature, right? It has to... Oh, it has to be attacking. I still like the card. I will be probably testing it. Most likely not better than Into the Flood Maw, but it has a serious upside. So, of course, getting Kona bounced is not amazing for us. But I'll take it, because that means on the next turn we are guaranteed to hit it. And I think we can still win with this. They have some loyalty counters, which is painful.
I'm in control.
Let's go, Kona. You need to do some real work here. So, we of course station. Kona is tapped. And I think it's Tyrant, right? This is tempting, but it's not good enough, I feel. I think the life gain is like the main dish. Can I get two? No? Alright. Worth a try. It was highlighted after all. And now we can play land, which is actually super nice. Like, we need those lands. This, man, if they don't have the counterplay... Oh man, this can be such a huge creature. And we can get all the lands. But we can station on the next turn. You know what? I'll take it. I'm not sure if we will use it, but I will take it. This will attack, and our dinosaur will be a 2/2 with no abilities. So maybe we actually use it. I don't really think it will block. Like, the Beastbinder is a very good answer to this, because it disables all the abilities, which is one of the few ways you can deal with Tyrant. Like, you generally cannot deal with this cost effectively with most of the cards that are normally used. So they get a lot of loyalty, but I'll be honest, this deck can actually beat the emblem. So they will get the free creature every time they cast a spell, but here it's fine. Alright. Oh, they can disable... Oh, okay, I didn't see this one. However, we can clear the whole board. What is the text on this? Until your next turn. So even if this dies, Kona is still disabled. So we can tap everything. I think we start with attacking with Tyrant. Yeah, this is the play. This is absolutely the play. So let's go Tyrant. Show them what you got. They need to block with something if they want to protect Kaida. Honestly, blocking with token is the best idea, because this token isn't very important. Okay. So they're tapping. They can shuffle on the same turn, right? Man, our opponent has the answers! Okay, sure. I wonder if they will shuffle. I think they could shuffle. Oh, the summoning sickness. Right. So this is actually super good for us. And now we can make the play. But what is the play? We could get Eldrazi. We don't have mana to activate this. Like getting the value. I'm really considering getting rid of the Beastbinder. Then we get hit for what? Max 7 damage? Which means we are in that. I think this is the play. We station. And this is such a cool part of this deck that you can just tap the things you want tapped, so the split up doesn't hit it. It's just so good, man. Untapped creatures. This way we can cheat stuff on the next turn with Kona and life gain with Tyrant. And also then they cannot disable any of the creatures, so they also cannot disable the Tyrant. Alright, that's extra damage. They need a land to go for the Sanctuary, but is that enough? They can shuffle this, which is something they probably will do after attacking, so it's what, 6 damage? Potentially 9, so they cannot kill us yet. Yet. But it's incredibly close. They gave up on the Spell Pierce, which seems to be a good idea, because we mostly play creatures, except Splits Up. Or Split Ups, I should say. This is incredible draw. This is actually super threatening. Like, even if we stabilize, this might, you know, get them extremely ahead. Like, this is a flesh creature that also puts a ton of damage. They can, of course, counter something. Kona is tapped. That's important. But they can just shuffle. So I think we go to the second step. Oh boy. I think we can go full Alright, so this is important. I think we want as many creatures as possible, so we will go for Eldrazi. This life gains. We need to life gain a ton on this turn, so we don't die. Alright. This is good. This is actually good. And we can get more mana, so I think we go Llanowar Elves, because it doesn't cost us mana, believe or not. Now we can go for the Haven, get 4 mana. And we can go for the big version that doesn't get exiled. Yeah, we go for the full version. That gives us the most creatures, the most life gain, and we can also... Oh, maybe... No, I should go for the warped one. Right? It didn't matter because they counter, but yeah, I think that would be better. Because the warp version is leaving the battle. I always kind of forget that you only get value when this leaves the battlefield, and you are used to having value because you warp it, so it instantly leaves the battlefield, but not for the full version. Full version sometimes actually can be worse, at least short term. So they can do the thing. They can dish 5 damage. But we can block 1 creature, so this is actually really nice for us. I think we go for the Sanctuary to deny this. We could block like this. We are at 1, but we are getting the best rate. And I think this should be good enough. Yeah, I think this is the best. They cannot do much more on this turn. And they tapped for Sanctuary, which means they cannot make plays. We just need to survive. Let's see what Kaito does. Probably the emblem, I would guess. It's really tempting to go for the emblem, but it's very slow and it actually kills Kaito, so it might not be as good as it seems. Alright guys, this is the moment when we actually need to make the plays. I can activate the Haven. I wonder why it's not highlighted, because I can play it, I believe. I get, what? 3 mana for 2? Oh, I need 1 more. Alright, that explains it. But we can just cheat it with Rona. I can kill both Sirens, which is super important. Yeah, I think we kill the Sirens. So do we go for this? This sort of... Wait, what? Whenever I play... No! I didn't know this. I literally never played against this emblem in my life. Alright, so we will steal Station, because we need Kona tapped now. We chill on ground because we need to survive. We go to the second phase. We don't want to attack, I believe, on this turn. We need to wait 1 more turn. So no attackers here. Now we go for survival. And this has to be Tyrant, because this is the most life gain we'll get. And it also means that on the next turn, we basically win the game. Like, they cannot go through this type of life gain. And by the way, if you aren't familiar, putting the card from your hand into the battlefield is nothing like casting a spell, so they don't get the token. And we can go for this guy. That will live gain. They will get the token for this, because this is casting, but I'll take it. Because we are drawing 2 extra cards, actually, yeah, 2, and 1 of them can be put into the battlefield. We have 6 lands, so we can put a 6-drop. And we end the turn. Yep. This leaves the battlefield, so we get the full value. If we had 1 more land, we would play the Tyrant, but here we just go for this guy. We live gain more. All of this is not playing a spell, so it doesn't trigger emblem. And you can see why I said that going for emblem is actually not so good, because this emblem is too weak, and it actually killed Kaito, so it's honestly good for us. And man, this was a game. Alright guys, we are going first, and man, this could be really cool. We will see. First we probably start with the tap land, because we can use starting town as the untapped land for the next turn. And then we will see. We have a lot of pieces, but not the last missing one. And this one is pretty nice. Alright, so this is a bit of a lackluster turn, but we're okay with this. We usually use elves to skip this turn, but you know, sometimes you just don't hit it perfectly. And for this turn, we probably just go with this one. Because then we can do crazy stuff on the next turn. Maybe not in the next turn, right? Because we need to first station it, but we are getting there. Oh, we can actually do the play. But do they have the stuff? I didn't check the priority. I would guess they have something. So we could go for the wagon, or just go all in. Let's just go all in. There is a chance. It worked. It actually worked. Alright, let's go like this. And I mean, the easiest hit of an 8-drop on turn 4 I've ever seen. Sacrifice any number of lands. Yes, please. Can I sacrifice literally all of them? Thank you. Oh my god. Man, we didn't hit too many lands. So of course we get 5. Honestly, we should get way more than this, but I'll take it. We also double surveil. Yes, please. This seems to be a decent hit. And now we can also station. And we can station a lot, but I think we just go for this one. So then it cannot attack on this turn, because we need it the next turn. All right, but now we can station this, and this can make the copy of it. Man, we are going absolutely. I love this deck. Man, I just thought of all of this, and it is just working like a charm. I'm so happy about it. All right, our opponent is just out. Man, look at this board. They played 3 freaking lands. Alright guys, I'm super hyped for this deck because it worked way better than I expected, and you didn't see all of the combos that we have in this deck. So I will show you and tell you about the rest that you didn't see in the video. The one huge idea you've never seen in the games is that you can go for the Seedship. This is basically Kona in like artifact spacecraft vehicle version. It also has station. It needs 7 power, so you play this on turn 3 or turn 2 if you have the elves, and then you can play Vestige for the warp cost. This has 7 power. You do it in the first main phase. Then you can station this, you can attack with this, then you can put a creature from the hand into the battlefield, like for example Tyrant, summon Knight of Rounds or the Worldshire. Then this leaves the battlefield and gets you a 4-drop because you have 4 lands at this turn, depending on the elves, and then you can put any of those with 4 power into the board and for example trigger the Tyrant, or just put a land or something. And this is the combo that we actually did not showcase, and it's kinda insane. And we have one more combo that is actually, I think, kinda busted. We'll see if you know what I mean. But before we go there, our absolute legend for today. My friend, this is the first cheat deck of Edge of Eternities, and it goes to the first Patreon ever decomposed. And my friend, I really hope you enjoyed this one. I think it was a blast to watch, so I hope you liked it. And yeah, this is the deck for you. Really thank you for your support and for always just enjoying the channel. It warms my heart to see this. So thank you. And the second combo I was talking about is, of course, the one you have seen, the stations. I'll be honest, I was kinda shocked that stations can tap so well, because with Kona you actually save 1 card on the whole combo. Normally you needed something that taps it, like for example Relic of Legends or whatever the name was, or there was like 1 mana creature that tapped a creature without, even with summoning sickness. You needed to cheat survival. with this deck, you actually skip one full card on the whole combo, and it's kind of mind-blowing how much better that is. And by the way, it's also a land, and this land also does stuff. So for example, this one, you have seen, we can produce 40 mana with this, and we can go absolutely crazy, because with Tyrants and like Vestiges, we actually don't ever drain out of cards. So this set made Kona way better than this card ever was. And stations are kinda insane with all survival mechanics, because normally you needed to like work for this value, and that's why those effects are usually extremely strong. Like even drawing those few cards every turn is like really nice. Of course it can get removed, and I think that's the main weakness of the deck, like consistency. I expect it to not always perform at the same. You either have really insane draw and you completely dominate, or your opponent, for example, removes one of your main cards, and then you need to struggle a little bit. So you know, I honestly played 3 games that you have seen, so those were all of the games I played, and I won all of them. So far it's going great, and I need to do some stuff, so unfortunately I cannot play with it too much more, but I'm really happy with the effects so far, and it seems that the synergies are kinda real. However, this deck is incredibly like hard on the wild, wild cards and mythics and rares and stuff like this. I actually used half of my whole mythic savings on this deck, so I think I have like 5 left. So please consider liking and subscribing. It would mean a world to me, especially after this deck. And in return, I will tell you that this card actually probably performed the least out of all the big stuff, because it kind of feels that when you drop it, it's nice, but the lands do not give you like immediate value, because we don't have room for like life gain lands, cottages, stuff like this, because our mana base is already kind of rough. So we don't get too much out of this. It's very cool finisher, but I think those are better finishers, so I think this could be replaced for something else. I even thought about Zetalpa, so I would probably test it, because that card takes over the game extremely quickly, and it also allows you to block and, you know, hit flyers and pressure your opponent, stuff like this. So I would check something else, maybe even a Sire of 7 Devs, because it can get the lifelink immediately. So yeah, this one probably the least impressive out of the big drops. However, Vestige seems to be an incredible card. This card is actually so good, man, in so many ways, and it's chorus, so it can be played in tons of decks. And yeah, the classics of Knight of Round, that is great at finishing the games, because they can probably answer the tokens, but they usually cannot answer the indestructible one, and it keeps just producing tokens over and over until your opponent just gets overwhelmed while you keep playing the big stuff. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe. If you watched until now, you probably really like the channel anyway. And thank you to all the patrons that helped us make this content. You guys are awesome. Thank you for that. And I need to go. I have some stuff to do for today. So I hope you had fun. Thank you for watching, and see you guys tomorrow. With